Hello guys, so welcome back to my channel. So in this video what we will do is we will see how we can run a Node.js application on an EC2 instance, and also we will use the NGINX to assign it the SSL certificate. Okay, so I've written down few of the steps that we are going to follow. Okay, so first we will launch the EC2 instance and then clone the GitHub repo. It's a public repo that was provided by a YouTuber, and from there I have copied it on my like GitHub account, and I'm using it publicly. Okay, so let's jump right in and create our EC2 instance now. Okay, here we are. So we will launch an instance. I will use the T2 small here because I was facing some issues with T2 micro, so I suggest you can use the T2 small as well. Okay, so I will name it VM1. I'm using Ubuntu operating systems. 24.04 LTS will be my operating system. Okay, and I'm using here T2 small. Okay, it gives me 2 GB of memory, so that's the only major difference. And I'm using this key, and I will create a different user. Okay, sorry, security group. So this will be my security group, and it has HTTPS and HTTP enabled as well. Okay, from anywhere. Make this is also there. Okay, so this is done. Let me give it around 15 GB, although I will not use that much, but just in case. Okay, so let's launch this instance. It's running already. Perfect. It has a public IP. Okay, so we will use the instance connect. So first thing to do is sudo apt update. Okay, sudo. So let's see what's our next step. We need to clone the GitHub repo. Okay, so let's create a Git. Oh, we can clone it. I think that will be fine. Okay, Git clone, and the repo is this one. Okay, so this is a public repo. If you want to use this public repo, you can use. I got this GitHub repo from a YouTuber names DevOps Shanks. So you can also watch his channel, and he provides a great stuff to us. I think you all guys have already subscribed to his channel as well. Okay. Okay. So I will clone the repo. Okay. So let's go to 3D. Okay, and as you can see, I have two directories here. Let's go to server one. I think the server one is the main one because it has the configuration files and everything. Okay, so node modules are not installed yet. So, and we need to install on node first. Second, okay, install Node.js. Okay. So the command for this one is install node is these two commands. Okay, paste it, and it's done. So let's run node-v. Okay, we have this and npm dash v. It will be 10 point something, I believe. Yes, perfect. So it's done. So we are done with this. And the next thing I will do is I will install the PM2 process. It will help me manage the node processes. So I prefer this one. So it's your choice. Okay, let's run this. And one more thing, until it's getting installed, what I want is uh, I am using a security group. Okay, this one. My application will be running on a port 5000. So I want to add that port as well. Okay, I want to make sure anyone can connect with that port. So for testing purpose, we can use it. Okay, 5000 the port, and I want everyone to use it. Okay? Everyone should have the access to this. Okay, so this is added here. Okay, as you can see, custom port is added. Okay, perfect. So node process is added also. Now the next part is, earlier I installed the MySQL in our EC2, but this time what we are going to do is we are going to create a private endpoint connection from our RDS to our EC2 instance. So it will keep my RDS safe and secure, okay? And only my EC2 instance will have the access to this. So this is a secured infrastructure. Okay. Okay, so we are here, and this part is done. So okay, so now we need to create a RDS. Okay, so let's go to RDS. Okay, okay, allocated. Okay, I already have one database. Database is created new database. Okay, and I will be using a MySQL. Okay, standard create. Okay, MySQL community, and I will keep rest of the things default. I want you can continue with the free tier. I think it gives us a fair amount of uh, like configuration details. Configuration. Okay. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to enter your password. I by default username for RDS is admin. So I will use this as the uh, I will use these details in my configuration field. Okay. So I will name it admin add 123 hash. I don't want to make it very difficult. Okay. At the rate is not allowed. So I will name it admin dot 123 hash. Okay. Admin dot. Okay. I think it has to be difficult. So uh, admin dot 54321 hash. Admin dot 54321 hash. I think it's strong. Okay. I will note it down somewhere. Admin at admin dot 54321 hash. Okay, you should by default you should do it in some safe location, but I don't think it's required because it's for the testing purpose only. Okay, and I don't need this much heavy storage, but that's totally fine. Connect to just make sure you do this. Even though once the database is created, you can also still perform this step, but I prefer to do it from here. Okay. And just go with the default setup for the rest. And the public access, yes, I don't want it to have a public access. Okay, create existing choose existing. Okay, so what we have to do is uh, uh, create new. Let's create a VPC security group. Okay, I will name it RDS SG. Okay, this will help me identify that it's from a specific to that specific service. Okay, as you can see, it gives us a lot of like free tier processes. Okay, so this is done. Proxy. Using a proxy allow your application to pool and share database to help them scale. A proxy simplifies connection. Mm, this is something not that I'm going to continuing with right now. Okay, so this is done. The next thing that we are going to do is we are going to go to our EC2 instance and we will install sudo apt install MySQL client. Okay, okay, just some typo errors. Refresh it. It's taking some time. They're totally fine. Until then, what we will do is, okay, it's done. We will go to our server.js. I will use the vim and I will update the details. It will not be a local host now, okay, because localhost is used when it's on the same EC2 instance, but it's not. So we will use the admin and I will show you where we will find the details for the host. Admin dot 54321 hash. Okay, db name we will name it db1. Okay, fine. Okay guys, so now our RDS application service is up. This will be our endpoint. Once you go inside your database, you will see the endpoint option. we will use this option as our host. Okay, so in order to connect with our application, what as you have seen earlier, what I did was I installed the MySQL client in our EC2 instance so it can connect with the different databases. Okay, so we will use the MySQL command dash host, and then here we will paste the endpoint. Okay, this was the exact name that I copied from here. Okay, just don't get confused with this. Okay? Now, as I told you, the by default username for this is admin, so that's how you define your username, and then dash p. Okay, now you will type the password that you mentioned in your service, RDS service. Okay, it will not show anything, but once you type your password, correct password, and enter, it will connect. Okay, as you can see, I'm inside my MySQL. Okay, so now I will ask it, show me databases. Okay, so these are the databases. I want to create database db1. Okay, database is created. Now we will use the db1. Okay, so for this, these are the default command that you have to run. Okay, so what this will do, this will do a table of users with name, detail, and these other columns. Okay, so this is important. Okay, so you can't skip this step. Okay, so this is done. The command ran perfectly. Now what I will do is I will use the flush privileges. Okay, it's done. Now we will exit. Okay, so have what the next thing that we need to do is go to our server.js, and we need to update our local host here. Okay, so what I will need to find here is our this. Okay, so I've copied it here. Now I will save this. Okay, and go to config file, and you can see the db details here as well. Okay, and I will update here also. Okay, just press the I to edit inside Vim. Okay, okay, now this part is also done. I need to update the username also. Okay, username, password is admin.54321 hash, and it's db1. I will save it. Okay, now what I will do is I will do the npm install. This will install the dependencies. Okay, now I will use the PM2 process to run this. Okay, PM2 start node server.js. It's done. It started. Now, how we can check that our instance is getting connected? I mean, this application is working fine or not. Okay, so we will go to our EC2 and see what was the IP of our instance. Okay, let me go inside. Okay, so this is the IP. I will type this and I will use the port 5000. It's working. Perfect. Now, how we can check that our database is also fine? So what we will do, I will use the name admin at gmail.com, and I will add it to user. Okay. Okay, so entry is perfectly. If your database is not connected, you won't be able to add this here. Okay. So just make sure you can test it out if it's working or not. Now, to our next challenge. Our next challenge is how we can like add the SSL certificate and assign it a like a domain. So that's so we are at this part. 6 parts are completely completed. Now we will install the NGINX in this. Okay. So let's again go to our EC2. Okay. And if you are working in a production environment, I suggest you enable your PM2 process and make sure if your EC2 instance is going down, then one once it's up, it should be able to run a PM2 process again. Okay, so it's PM2. We are just using this tool to manage our Node.js processes. Okay, so now the next part is installing our NGINX. So there are few commands. Okay, installing NGINX. So first we will install it. Yes. Okay. So it's taking some time. We will. Okay. Let's say system CTL and status NGINX. Okay, it's running. So we will stop it first. Okay, because we want to make some configuration changes. It stopped. Now we will run this command. Okay. So this is my subdomain. I am not redirecting to it to primary domain. Okay, I will be using subdomain, so there is not much difference, only you are just updating the like IP to a specific domain or not. Okay, okay, so once I'm trying to assign this to my subdomain, okay, it will ask me a domain name. I will give it a email ID. Let's say saurabh at gmail.com. uh yes, I agree. And would you like to receive? No, I don't want to receive. Okay. Okay, so this thing failed. There's a reason, because I haven't added this in my uh, DNS records. Okay, so this you have to make sure that you do it first. Go to your DNS records. So I've already opened it. I'm using Cloudflare, and I highly prefer you guys also use this for DNS management. Okay, DNS record management at least. If not, you can use it even without purchasing the DNS from Cloudflare. Just add your name servers to this. You can purchase your like domain from your registrar from which you purchased and manage your records here. So that's also possible. Okay, so I've added it. It's a record. A record is used for IPv4, and this will be domain name. So anything you specify here will make it the subdomain, that type of subdomain. Okay, so I've defined it. Now we will go inside our EC2 instance again. Okay, and we will run the same command again. Okay, what I see is it picked up the details from previous uh, inputs, and now it's working. It's requesting for SSL certificate. Let's see. Okay, it's done. It's unsigned. Perfect. And now we will go to our this location. So don't we are like updating this thing. Okay, we went inside this, and this is the file that we are going to add. So what I will do is I will add it, but what I want you guys to do is just make sure that you are doing everything, and if there are any challenges, you are like resolving them on your own. Okay, so your domain name will be bhargav dot xyz. So dot xyz. Okay, so what I will do is here is ssl dot. Okay, it's done. Control X, Y, enter. Okay, now it's done. Sites enabled. We need to enable the sites. It's done. Okay, to auto renew. So what we will do is we will use this cron jobs. So it will auto update it. Okay, choose any of the options We will use the first one as it's saying it's the easiest. And now we will add this in the bottom of the file. Okay. So these are the cron jobs which help me automatically renew my certificate. Okay. Okay, perfect. So now we will do is systemctl start nginx. Let's use the sudo. Okay. Now we will do nginx dash t if to test the configuration. Okay. Uh, New file failed. Error ssl dot Saurabh Bhargav dot xij full point. Okay, let's go to this location. I will try to troubleshoot this error. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So what I say is I'm not getting any error. It was only a permission error that I was getting here. Okay, when I'm using the nginx dash t. So there's no issue with the files, only the permission issue for when I was running the nginx there. So it should be working in some time. If not, if there are any changes or modification that I'm doing, I will update you guys. Okay. So I'm just pausing the video again.
Okay, guys, so welcome back. So after 5 to 10 minutes, my uh, like machine started, my URL started working, and as you can see, I will add here admin again, admin1 at the rate gmail.com, and let's make it user, and it's working fine. Right? So as you can see, SSL is assigned to this. Okay, it's not doing any warning or something. Okay, HTTPS is assigned. So this project is working perfectly fine. What changes I made was not major, and currently I am running my PM2 process inside sudo account, inside my root account. Okay, so let me stop it. Okay, and exit from here, and I will cd3 and server ls, and I will run the PM2 start server.js. Okay, so let's see if it works now or not. Okay, I will name it Saurabh Bhargav. Let's use admin 33 or something. Okay, so it's working fine. Okay, so this project is working now up and working fine. Okay, if you face any challenges related to this or any other scenario that you have explored, just comment down below and we can discuss about this and resolve this. Okay. So I hope that this content help you and will help you create a more secure environment. For further projects, what I have decided that I will make this current project more secure, like using load balancer and firewall. So we can just upgrade our security and follow the best practices that are being used in any organization. Okay. So thank you guys. So that's all for the video. Thank you.